1 hour maximum.
The River Realms, they call it. What a fine poetic name for something as rotten and twisted as our land has become. It was not always so. Long ago, the old empire, the noblest and most enduring society created by humankind, spanned almost the entire continent of Zerine, the cradle of man. But after several millennia of progress and incomparable achievements, inevitably, the empire began to fall into stagnation and decadence. Desperately holding on to their privileges and resisting change while trying to avert the collapse of the realm, the emperor and his theocracy took to measures that were worthy of true despots in cruelty. Subjugating weaker realms, enslaving whole nations, strip mining foreign resources, oppressing imperial citizens, war on several fronts, genocide. Eventually, the gods could no longer tolerate such horrors wrought in their name. Foretold by an abundance of divine omens, they descended upon the empire to right its wrongs. Thus, in a chain of dreadful events that became known as the Calamity, they annihilated the empire in a matter of days.
They be angry gods.
The gods then finally saw what they had done in their anger and confusion. It is said that so much grief and shame filled them that they were broken and they left this reality, never to return. The continent and its inhabitants seemed dead, but at length survivors began to crawl out of their hiding holes and faced a land that no longer welcomed them. Arcane anomalies, the fallout of the Calamity, now riddled the continent, and people realized that they had to share their new home with changed and twisted creatures. Terrible beings entered through the cracks in the tapestry of reality, arose to rule over the natives. In time, these new powers rebuilt the fallen empire in their own image, and the River Realms, now godless and vengeful, reincarnated from the ashes. The inhabitants of the land, such as I, now eke out a living under the crushing rule of the new empire. The continent itself constantly resists our every attempt at building a cozy home for ourselves. As travel is dangerous, many ventures specialize in transferring cargo and passengers over bleak and deadly leagues of land. Others try to take everything of value from said travelers, or attempt to find buried treasures among the ruins of the old empire. The leaders of the endeavors are, some say, the bravest men and women of the River Realms. Such a leader is called a Vagrus.
He does not pronounce all the words very clearly. But he's got that necessary deepness in the voice that people seem to need for a narration, because everything else is not to be taken seriously. So yeah, it's a trade-off. Sounds like River Realms, but I think he says Riven. So, Taste of the Open World. Yes. Dissonance? Nothing beside remains around the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, a lone and level sand stretch far away. Ooh. Fun times.
Ah, yes, a Vagrus. What a profession. Daring and savvy, always watching the horizon, always looking for an opportunity, and of course, for what is best for his comitatus, eh? And you are a Vagrus too, are you not? Many of your kind have I seen in my long life as a vagabond. Care to listen to a story about your exquisite occupation, good master? It is a tale of woe and terror, but it is also a tale that is true, as I have seen it with mine own eyes.
We don't want any ghost stories, old-timer.
Fair enough, good master, fair enough. You don't want to hear tales of trusts betrayed and of bad decisions? It makes sense to me, with you also being a Vagrus and all that. Tell me, have you been long at it? And where do you come from? It is not often that I can talk to one of your kind.
Character creation. Yes. Human, Turkian, Dashmahan, Kalani, Imperial. They seem to be different cultures, not races. Would be rude. They're dwarves, half-elves, orcs, dark elves, and demonkin. Afar. Orcs. Work. Having been summoned as roaming souls from the outer realms and given bodies in a ritual of unmatched sorceress power, orcs were created as the perfect warriors without memories. Ooh. Do we want to be a perfect warrior without memory? Human-sized black hair, skin that ranges in colors from green to more green, less green, and a bit of brown. Many orcs find work as mercenaries, bodyguards, gladiators. Okay, let's see. We're an orc. We are a veteran. We used to be in the military. So many choices. Ooh. Orcs cannot be everything. I think the same goes for the others. Our calling is mercenary. We do the dangerous jobs. Wealth? Oh, my ambition. You have 10 in-game years to complete the wealth goal. You have... you can only win the game if you change your ambition later. You will still have to achieve that goal no later than 10 years in-game after the game start. Alright. Your goal is to become well known and respected in society. What? Now we want to get rich. Mercenaries want to get rich. Allocate perks using your starting insight. Leadership, professions, and attributes. Resourcefulness. Authority. We've got 10 insight to spend. Raising authority by 1 costs us 4 points. But we want that. And we know about the beasts. And we know about intimidation already. Very good. We are mighty. Mighty. And we know about survival. Check the perks under leadership to see the specific uses of resourcefulness. You can use it to unlock advanced actions in crew combat. You can use it to temporarily raise the level of your companion skills in combat. Can I unselect that? No, I can't. Okay. We're mighty savvy. Smart orc is smart. And I think perceptive is helpful. As well as navigating. Oh, what's this? Swindle people? No, we don't do that. We navigate. We are skulking. Well, it's useful as a warrior and mercenary. But I guess we can hunt. My Vagrus is called the Band of Nemos. Can pick our portrait here. Oh, here, no hair. That's me. Oh, wait, there's hair in the back, isn't it? Well, I'll take the scar face. Then we get a summary.
Curious, curious. I am humbled to have made your acquaintance, good master. I am sure that many great adventures await you on your journeys. It was an honor talking to you, good master, but these old bones are aching, and I must rest now. Oh, yes. Perhaps we will talk in the morning. Perhaps we will. May the gods guard your sleep.
Sleep slowly but steadily begins to overwhelm you. It is the late hour, the exhausting journey, or the mesmerizing... Is it the late hour, the exhausting journey, or the mesmerizing voice of the old man? You faintly recall stumbling to your tent and crawling inside, and then it's only darkness. And thus our journey begins. Our portrait, silhouette they called it. One insight awarded for discovering the southern jagged wastes. Then we've got purple things here. I'm not sure what that is. We've got deputies. Doesn't do anything. March movement. Movement. Yes, that's pushing it. We can move 8 and then we can push it for another 7. And that's the state of our Vagrus, our little caravan here. We're well fed, we're well rested, we have supplies for 8 days, we've got 36 cargo left, we've got combat, strength and defense. And you see directly how some things are influenced. Nutrition. This is influenced by morale and vigor. And then you have your calendar up here. A map. As noted in the beginning, there's a map. It's big. And we're here. Between Lernia and Trodzak's shelter, there's the haunt close by. The Karginath. And the jagged waste, that's what we just discovered. There's also a forlorn waste. A province. Is there also a deadly waste? No, the Crimson Desert. Ooh, nice. Yeah, it's big. It's a big thing. There's explanations what's what, and the further you zoom out, the more you see how large this is. Right? Okay. Let's put the map back. Morning creeps up quietly on the arid wasteland. You wake up and step out of your tent and into the crisp air, yawning, stretching and blinking in the orange light of the rising sun. The fiery orb's warm rays are welcome, in stark contrast to how you all will feel in a few hours. Your crew, groggy still after an early start, shambles around camp busy with their chores. Some of them are still huddled around their dying fires. You look at the horizon to the north and find it empty against the morning haze. Yet you know that beyond that jagged line, the way station of Karnak awaits. A short stop on your way to a proper city. Less than a week of trudging through the plains and you reach Torzak's shelter. You hope to rest there and find much needed work. In fact, this was the reason you took the Comitatus north to Terra Supra, the lands beyond. New opportunities. The previous Vagrus of this traveling company perished several weeks ago. And even though you worked for her only a few months and are indeed quite new to this wandering business, the crew elected you to take her place because she trusted your abilities. Oh, that's pretty cool. So we're not one who was pushing for leadership, but we're voted in. That's good for morale. Morn in Vagrus, one of your guards walks up to you and draws you out of your reverie. That old geezer you talked to last night is about to leave and wanted to say goodbye before he does. You nod and head to the campfires. You find the old storyteller in the process of packing his meager equipment whilst whistling a tune. Let's talk to him. Thank you for coming, good master, the old man says, still fiddling with his sling bag. I will not go to Torzak's shelter with you. My path leads elsewhere. I'm grateful to you for letting me travel with your comitatus. Yes. And I hope I've earned my keep. Because he had no coin or anything of value when you came across him in the middle of nowhere 3 days ago, you allowed the old man to travel with you and eat from your stores in exchange for entertaining your crew with stories along the way. And true enough, no hour has passed since without a tale being recited by the strange fellow. He even made an effort to entertain you while sitting at your campfire last night. Be that as it may, you allowed him to tag along as an act of kindness. The old man turns to you and smiles innocently. I may be able to repay you more properly by giving some advice, eh? If you don't mind me saying, good master, you are only starting your venture as a Vagrus, and perhaps you could use such wisdom. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to turn that away. So, as you can see, this game includes a lot of text. And this is a point where some players will decide that this is not for them because there's too much text. But if you don't mind reading and are in for a cool atmospheric background story around well, we are a mercenary group. We could also be traders. There were many options in the beginning of the game how we built this, right? What focus we take and so on. So it's a role-playing game with lots of text. I'm just happy that old man voice is not narrating everything to us. That would turn me off hardcore. Anyway, personal issue. So, alright. First off, there are a lot of rumors going around in the city as great as Grim Torzag. But even in smaller settlements too. Listen to these, for there's often truth to such talk, and gossips can guide you to business opportunities, valuables, or interesting places. Often fresh news is the most valuable commodity you can possess, especially until you have a sizable cargo hold to haul large amounts of goods across the wasteland. If I were you, I'd find some work as soon as possible. I mean, yes. Preferably something your crew can manage without much difficulty. Perhaps from one of them trading houses. You could also find some passengers who are willing to pay for the security your comitatus can provide, yes? I need some water. There's a lot. There's a lot to read here in the beginning. And I'm not yet completely rid of the coughing, so I'm in need of some hydration. Almost every mancio. And then you click on the thing, and then it's explained. Mancios are great inns in towns or cities built to house comitati and other groups of travelers. They are often circular, with a spacious plaza in the middle and stables all around. Right here they explain the specific how do you say that? Well, things that you encounter in the game that don't exist in real life. All the things. It's good. This is where marking things makes a lot of sense. A game that does it similarly, I think, if I remember correctly, is Trials of Fire. They also have this for the lore part, for the story bits, where you can read more if you want to. The old man scratches his scraggly beard thoughtfully. Before setting out, it is best to decide what your destination will be and prepare accordingly. Wandering around aimlessly in the wasteland is a sure way to get killed or to starve, good master. Yet one's chances are better when the burden can be shared with trusty companions. I start looking for such folk as soon as I'm in a big city. There's a man I know in Torzak, now that I think about it, who could help you with such matters and more. I'm listening. The chap is called Braxius. Strange fellow, really, not only because of his peculiar lineage. You'll see, he runs a shop. He'll buy any trinket off of you that you do not need any longer. He may sell you something useful too, who knows? I'm just remembering now, he once sold a Gavranian wood talisman to an orc mercenary who... The old man stops abruptly when he notices the expression on your face. Nice. He smiles apologetically. Where was I? Where can I find Braxius? Oh, Brax's shop. Just east of the Calrish Market, in a small street that has a dark stone statue of Mercatus over a fountain. Oh God, need I remember this? Probably. Best of luck. Airfunds be with you, good master. I'd better go now. Get lost. Thank you, and be well. I'm a mild-mannered mercenary who kills people for money. You watch the old man as he walks away, alone into the wasteland. It is time to set out. Torzak's shelter is waiting, but before that, it would behoove you to visit Karnak Way Station, only about a day's travel to the north. You could obtain much-needed supplies and use there. Maybe even work. Who knows? Yay! Ooh, that looks cool. Ah. So that's the way station. We could camp or scout. The direction, indicated by numbers and color. We don't have a scoutmaster, but we have 3 scouts. And this raised the chance of a successful scouting costs 1 resourcefulness. We don't have any spare resourcefulness at the moment. But we could send 2 scouts. And as you can see, the chances of good and very good success are very high with 3 scouts. With 1 scout, there's an 11% chance things go bad. I think 1 scout is enough. We don't know anything about this being a very dangerous area. We could send 2 scouts more. Let's see. Like in our general traveling direction. If we find something cool here or there, it might be worth a detour. I have resourcefulness now. Why? The forward one needs to be successful. Oh, that's the cost. That's not what I have. Yeah, I see. Bros, Lyric, and Changers. Okay. They exchange with 10. Yeah. 10 of those are one of those, 10 of those are one of those, right? Cost us 1 movement point, that's alright. No events, no combat. The chance of nothing happening on this node, 100%. That's here. Nothing's happening on all 3. And if we want to forage or hunt, we could do this here, but the chance is very low, so we're not gonna do that. Going to cost us 3 points. We still have 7. And now we can send another scout. There's a journal that I want to see. Get wealthy, rumors, task, news, qualities. Okay. That's the lore manifesto. This is our journal here. You can make that smaller or bigger. Is the calendar. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna scout ahead again. Oh, that was the forward scout was a failure, but no losses. And there's a 30% chance for hunting, no events, so there's a lot of boring stuff. I don't want to distract you in the beginning, so we go over there. Enter the way station. The Comitatus descends into the great basin that shelters Karnak Way Station from the worst of the jagged wastes, dust and rock storms. Even at this distance from the walled compound, you can see that the outpost is vastly overcrowded. Dozens of comitati, literally hundreds of travelers, swarm the confines of Kernock Station, which is now surrounded by makeshift camps and improvised mancios. What's going on here? Like a festival. We got another insight. That's cool. A pair of gruff-looking mercenaries walk out to meet you at the gate and give you a half-hearted hail. The first one to speak is a tall, lean, tainted fellow armed with a barbed spear. Gotta say, you folk just keep popping up like rays around a rotten corpse, he says heavily. Alright, move your arse over there and try to settle in without a fuss. Yeah, okay, thank you. He points to a large area outside of the low stone walls, just northwest of the way station. Alright. You nod to the mercenaries and lead the comitatus to the designated spot. The crew strikes camp and everyone is settled in after a quarter of an hour. Time to explore. Alright, and in the way station you have different options. There are stories to be heard. And trading. This is where it gets interesting. In our cargo hold, we have luxury wine. We have supplies. These would be companions if we had any. Deputies if we had any. Supercargo. And our crew, which consists of 7 slaves, 3 workers, 3 scouts, 11 fighters, no outriders. Beasts of burden and mounts, which we could also eat. Crew and passengers are shown down here. Known market prices. Price history. Here. Luxury wine. So here you can see what you traded where for what amount of money. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. I wonder how heavy on the trading this is, or if you can do what I'm planning to do, the mercenary business. The wine is not in demand here, so we wouldn't get much for it. Yeah. That's a pity. Our supplies last for how long? 8 days. Well, how much of a traveling Berserk shelter is 4 to 5 days of travel. So we have enough supplies to get there. Alright, price history is directly available here also, which is pretty. You can buy beasts of burden and mounts. There are different types. Lizards. Or the hoof peeps. Passengers. Travelers turn back from the south. They want to go to Torzak's shelter. They need 2 supplies a day. So we would consume 59 instead of 57 if we take them. And we get paid 3 lyric, which is not that much, but it doesn't cost us much either. We take the passengers, which should now be here. Yes. Rumors. They are expensive? No, they are not expensive. They are cheap. Trade routes are blocked. Let's hear it. Okay. We kind of expected to see something. Is that in the journal now? Yes. Down south is blockaded. Wine might fetch an especially good price up north. Aha! How convenient that we carry a lot of wine already. So we keep this. Right? It doesn't give us another opportunity or anything. Local news. That's pretty cool. So, you can basically decide how you want to play this in the sandbox mode, but there's also a story mode where you are having a more guided experience, if you prefer that for your first game or for the game in general. That's pretty neat. I kind of want to get to a point where we have to fight, because I want to see how that is handled. We could hire another worker. We upkeep. Right, a worker costs 1 more for upkeep. I could sell a slave. Discipline slaves. Liberate slaves. To gain obedience. Okay. But there's diminishing returns fixed to that. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Outriders. Ah, they take my mounts. Okay. Ah, if you don't have a beast of burden and enough mounts, you can put everybody on a horse, and then you are very fast. But you can't carry as much then. Now this is really interesting. You can put upgrades here. For your, not only for the beast of burden, that's just in front for everything. Can we buy something like that? Equipment. Skewers. Guard animals. Cool. We want doggos. And awnings. Provide shade and block harmful weather. Okay, we're a defensible bunch. Right, and then we equip this. Here. It goes into the same slot. That's unfortunate. So if the weather gets bad, we switch the defense thing for the protection. Oh. Where do the guard animals go? Ah, we need a deputy. Handler? So we need a companion with the chief handler perk. Ah, that's pretty cool. Alright. And then that opens up more slots here. Yeah. That's a defense slot, so you could also probably put it there. Yeah, animals defense, okay. So you can have either deputy. Cool. Outrider. But that should reduce our cargo capacity. Yeah, but only by 6 and increases our attack and defense by quite a bit. Let's put those horses to use. Brute properties. Alright, and the way station itself has a story for us. Eat, drink, and chat. Haul goods and take passengers. Some shady fellas. So many options. Okay. Trading houses are explained here. And then you can jump to other connected tags. Yeah, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I like it. This is a very unique type of game. Very niche. But I think I will wait until I have time for something like this and the mood. And then I'll hit this one up. This seems good. The writing is particularly non-cringy, which is hard to come by. Let's deal with sorry, with the trading house. Okay, did we pack up the quest cargo? I didn't read that 100%. Hi, T-Bank. Yeah, totally not what I would pay for it at the moment, because at the moment I'm not paying for games because I can't. There's no money. And this is the demo. It's free on GOG to try at the moment. The demo, that is. Otherwise I couldn't check it out today. Yes. It's a big one because of the type of game. You need some extra. Deliver the travelers, but didn't we just accept the other thing? I'm confused. Load the cargo. Ceruleus crystals. And the trader is with us. Right, and then we would try to make our way north. To Torzak's shelter. There is a road that we can follow, which is here on the map. But the road is probably also where there are bandits, right? See, that's what I wanted to check out. The boss man, that's me. We have 4 insight to spend already. Alright. That costs 8 insight to increase this. Wow. This would cost 6, right? Let's see. We learned something about persuasion, I guess. And evaluating things. And more about beasties. Cool. Your relation to the different factions. There are so many factions. Status effects. Reputation score. Now we're doing trading for House Oakwo. There are benefits. Obviously also negative if they hate you. You get penalties. They have associates and opponents, so you gotta be careful who you work for. Or you just work for everybody who pays. These are the resource points. Ah, there you go. Yeah, this is a pretty cool game. I'll stop here. 40 minutes was necessary to see what it's all about. And we haven't seen combat yet. I kind of would like to see combat. Let's scout ahead north. Oh, not enough movement points. Alright, then we need to camp here. Camping! You can pay them. You can double wage. Yeah, let's pay them. They are compliant slaves, so we don't need to interact with that at all. Regular rations, they are well rested. We could send out scouts to hunt. Workers to forage, or slaves to forage. Defense orders. Post guards, post no guards. Post a lot of guards. And that's that changes the morale also. So they are guarding it. Our cargo needs to be guarded. And we'll send oh, that's 100% chance of failure. What? Why? Because there's nothing here. Because we're at the shelter. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Vagrus is a difficult game. Expand too fast is a common mistake. Trade tasks, faction trade tasks is some. Okay, some hints what you should do, and then also there's story mode if you prefer that. I'm just moving forward until we hit. Okay, now I forced it a bit, and then we camp again. We pay them now. Ah, now the foraging looks different. That's the amount of supplies we would get. If we sent 2 crews out. They lose 1 vigor. Well, they are still good, so you know, let's do it. We found supplies, 11 of it. Hunting was no success though. Scouts were not harmed. That's perfect. Now we would do some scouting and to the left. There's nothing going on these nodes, and well, the hunting opportunity here is there, but it's not very good. So I'll just follow the road. Oh, I'm going parallel to the road at the moment. Yeah. Okay. I kind of wanted to run into bandits. Let's go to the road. Maybe we get ambushed here. It's faster on the road, so there's that. We can also plan ahead. Take longer. Absolute failure for hunting. There's not a big chance that we forage on the roads. Or on the side of the road. And then we would reach Torazak's shelter. Alright, yeah, let's stop here. It's an interesting game. I think it's pretty unique. And for those moments when you know, when you're good for a story or a sandbox, because it offers both. It offers both. Cool. Thanks for watching.